right? We all have this idea in mind, but how are you going to reach out to your ideal customer? This is the key question that I want us to debate and discuss today, right? Because I'm sure you're coming up with renewed energy. You want to do good, you want to do great, but how are you going to make it happen, right? This is what I'm going to talk about. So before we go into that, let me just reintroduce myself. So my name is Tony Teo. I'm the founder here of Renewable in Africa. And what we do here is to demystify the renewable energy sector for you. And more specifically, on a Friday, what we do is helping you to look at how do you run your renewable energy business, right? So what are the tips and hints that can potentially be helpful for you? The reason I'm doing it is very simple because it took me some time to properly understand how to run my business and how to be able to start making money, right? And until I understood that, I was struggling. I can say that openly, I was struggling. So I'm thinking there's a lot of people out there that also want to get into the sector, get into the business side as well, become an entrepreneur. So how can we give them an insight so that they know what they can expect and they move forward? This is the whole idea of this slot, right? And that's what I want to talk to you about. And in 2023, I know you're coming back. You had a great break. Most of you, I'm hoping, and you thinking, I want to be doing great this year. I want to be doing good. And I need to find a way to be a lot more, productive. I need to find a way to reach out to a lot more people. So how would I do it? This is what I want to talk to you about. But first of all, let me just say that. So if you're watching right now, that's great. I like you to share this video with as many people possible. I would really appreciate that. With as many people as possible. And I can also say that you're watching me from 5 platforms because we actually broadcasting from LinkedIn, from Facebook, from Twitter, from YouTube, and from Telegram. So which one is your favorite platform? You have to decide for yourself. But the most important thing, once you've decided, make sure that you connect with them on a regular basis. Make sure you also leave a comment, and that will be great, right? Excellent. And what I've actually decided to do this year is slightly different. I'm probably going to be doing a lot more videos, but shorter video going straight to the point, sharing you the insight. And after that, hopefully you're going to be commenting on that and you're going to be sharing that with people, right? And you're going to be asking questions and I'm going to be responding to that, right? Excellent. Now let's come back into the topic. Yeah. So I don't know for you, but that's what has been happening for me because ever since mid-December, right, I was thinking about, okay, I know I'm closing the year. I want to finish the year strong, which I didn't really manage to do. And it was a bit of frustration on my side. Yeah. But I knew that, okay, if I couldn't finish that as strong as I wanted, right, how can I actually start, strongly as well, start the year, making sure that whatever I did the previous year, I can do better. So how can I make it happen? These are the kind of questions I had in my mind. And when you're thinking about that, so what comes into your mind is, okay, I need to do more. I need to do more revenue. I need to grow the business. It means you need to be either serving more the customer that you already have, but most likely as well, you will need to reach out to a new customer, right? Let me share you something. Because last year I had one of my customer. It was a great customer. We worked together, and then I was almost certain that we were going to keep the contract for this year, but it didn't happen. And because it didn't happen, clearly for me, it changed significantly the projection I have for this year. And it got me thinking, that is one of the reasons I need to keep on reaching out to further people, to more and more find out who is my ideal customer out there and making sure that I can reach out to as many people as possible. So that I want to find myself, in a situation whereby I have so many great customers, so many ideal customers. If one or two are leaving, it's not a problem. And I guess this is also the kind of you want to find yourself into. So if that speaks to you, that is what I want to talk to you this morning. Yeah, how do you reach out to your ideal customer? Do you have any idea? If you just drop me a comment there, let me know what you think and let's have a comment around it. But what I want to do right now is to share with you what I think is the way to reach out to your ideal customer, right? The way I do it with my business, with my company, and the way you can be doing it. Okay, so There are 3 steps that I can actually talk to you about, right? Immediately. So there may be another step, but let me talk about the 3 steps that I have in mind, first of all. Yeah. The first step for me, if you're talking about your ideal customer, very simple. So, who is your ideal customer? You need to start by, first of all, identifying who is your ideal customer. Because I know most of the time we like to think, some of us, maybe not all of us, some are cleverer, but we like to think that we can sell to anybody. We like to think that our business, our product, our service is open to anybody and anybody can benefit from that. Yeah. So the reality is there always will be a specific type of people that who are actually interested. So that's your first job. You need to understand who is your ideal customer. Very important. You almost have to go down, drill down, and design a robot profile. Yeah. So is it a boy? Not a boy, sorry. Is it a man? Is it a woman? Where is it coming from? Is it from Africa, from Europe, from America? How old is he? Is she? What job is she doing? What kind of positions, right? So is it doing? You need to kind of understand that. If you don't understand that, like I say, you're shooting in the dark. And if you shoot in the dark, right, it makes it difficult. That is your very first step. You need to understand it until you sit down. And actually, for me, because basically what I'm telling you here, that's what I have done, and even recently. So I have had to sit down again to understand, to reestablish who is really this ideal customer. How does it look like? Yeah, and how can I help him or her? Right. So that is what you want to be you want to be doing. Yeah. So have this very clear understanding, design it, draw it. Yeah. and a way to a clue or a tip to figure this out would be, especially if you're already into business, it's simply to look at your past customers and look at, okay, what is a common factor about all of them in terms of how do they look like? Yeah. Just look at that. You will see some kind of common points, common features that gives you an idea who your ideal customer is, right? And also, if you do, and when you do this exercise, it's going to help you to properly understand whether the ideal customer that you have in your mind is actually the ideal customer that you're seeing from what you've been able to deliver so far. That is what is important. That, for me, it's the first crucial step. You need to be crystal clear so that when you go out there, you recognize your ideal customer from very far. If you know him already, that's already one step ahead. You one step ahead. You kind of in the right direction. Is it something that you can do for you, right? For example, if you are a solar supplier, right? Who will be your ideal customer? Do you want to sell to businesses? Do you want to sell to a residential market? So are you targeting distributors? You need to find out. So if the distributors, where would they be? What country would they be in? Right? Do you want to sell in Poland, or do you want to sell, I don't know, in France? So are you just in Kenya? You need to understand that. Yeah. So if you get it, then that's clear. For example, you a lawyer. Okay, I'm great. I'm a lawyer. I want to get into the to the market. I want to sell big. Okay, what kind of lawyer are you? What kind of project are you? Right. So who would you approach? Are you going to approach developers? Are you going to approach investors? Are you going to approach regulators? You need to decide. That's the very first step. The second step that I want you to talk about, I know I talked a little bit more about this first step because for me it's so crucial. Understanding who's your ideal customer, it's very, very important, very crucial. Not just understand that, you have to have a robot profile. This is what I'm saying. You have a pen on the paper, draw it, design it. Yeah, it's almost like you're creating an avatar. You create an avatar of who that customer is. Yeah, that's the first step. So the second step that you want to be doing, yeah, you want to understand what is the pain point. What is the problem? What is the pain point? This customer, what is he struggling? For example, again, if I come back, I'm saying, okay, what I'm selling storage system. So pain point. What is that? For example, I know that I'm talking to a business, and I know they're struggling because they don't have power. They're looking for solutions, yeah, but they've been approaching other supplier before. They have issued maybe one or two fire incident before. I know, for example, what I have don't have fire incident. So how can I? You need to understand it crystal clear. What is the pain point? What is the issue? Yeah. So would you have an idea why you would need to know that? It actually connected to the third point I'm going to talk to you about. Yeah. So yeah. So you need to become very, very basically conversant. You need to be clear about what is that they want. Yeah. So once you have an idea what is the problem for this guy, then you go into the third step. The third step for you, it's to find out, okay, where can I find this guy? Where can I find him? Where would I find him? Yeah. So it's important step for you to know. So you need to know, who am I talking about? Who is this ideal customer? Yeah. So where would I find him? Yeah. So the second thing is, where is the pain point of this guy, of this woman? So what is that? What are they struggling with? How can I help there? Then where can I find them? Yeah. So where can I find them? Am I going to go into a conference to find them? Am I going to some webinars to find them? So I don't know, you guess, maybe in an event to find them. So am I going to find them online, if in a specific type of comment in an article? You need to be on. You need to understand what is all about. And again, another clue for you: if you want to get an idea where to find this guy, you simply have to recognize or identify who is your potential competitors. And I'm telling you, whatever business you are doing, you always have a competitor. I know sometimes we having products and services that are kind of unique in this, in a sense. Great, that's fine. But even in their uniqueness, we always have people that provide the offers and solutions that are closer to what we do. So if you know who are your competitor, you can actually sort of observe them and observe where they're going, what they're doing. Because I promise you one thing: if they are your competitors, that means they're most likely serving the same type of customer that you are looking for. So then it may give you an idea for you to go and chase the same guy. So it gives you an idea where you go and find those customers, right? That is what I'm saying. So watch your competitors. Yeah, that's what I want to say. So those are the three things I wanted to say. First of all, you need to identify first who is your ideal customer. Have a robot profile, draw it on a piece of paper so that it's very clear for you. Create an avatar. Once you've created an avatar, the second thing, understand what is the pain point. Don't just stop at just knowing this is my avatar. What is the pain point? Because you want to make sure that whatever you're offering speaks to that. What is the pain point and how am I responding to that? Yeah. So that's going to be good. The third thing is, where do I find these guys? Yeah. Where can I go? What conference should I go to? What webinar should I go to? What article should I be looking at? What event should I be looking at? How can I watch my competitor to see where my competitor are going to chase their client? Because their client most likely are some of my clients, if not all of my clients. How would I go there and do the same thing? Yeah, that is the three thing I want you to be doing. Let me give you a fourth point that is important. Once you understand the pain point, now the question becomes, how do you communicate on that? How do you communicate on that so that when you communicate, then your ideal customer will identify you as somebody who could potentially respond to the challenges? Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Again, like I say, if I'm having some storage issues, and I know that you have a product that doesn't have, let's say, fire incident. Yeah, you know how do you communicate that? For example, can you create an article talking about that? Can you create a webinar talking about that? That is the thing. If you communicate on the pain point of your ideal customer, guess what? They will want to engage with you, right? That is what I'm talking about. And that's the kind of thing that you want to be doing. And it all comes down to what I'm saying most of the time, always. Yeah. You want to be visible, you want to be out there. And this is what, for me, when I usually say to people, hey, it starts with being visible, because if people don't see you, they can't flow you, right? That's the thing. If they don't know you, they don't flow you. You need to be visible. But when you are visible, the whole idea of being visible, it's to do that in a strategic way so that you can attract some leads, and from those leads, convert some of them into sales. But for you to be able to do that, when you become that visible, then you need to understand, what am I going to communicate and talk about? It's not just that I'm just going to come out and say, hey, this is me, blah, blah. No. Basically, I need to position myself. I need to talk. I need to have message, content that speak to my ideal customer. And if I have message, content that speak to my ideal customer, guess what? They will reach out automatically. That is the kind of thing that I want to be. I wanted to be. I want to be saying today. So hopefully it helps you a little bit. Like I say, I'm just gonna do a lot more presentation like that, shorter, snappier, yeah, where we can actually talk a little bit more. And obviously, if you want to know more, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to me, because, like I say, what I want to do, it's a lot more presentations for you, and then for you to benefit from, and for you to ask questions. And I always like to acknowledge people that are obviously watching me. And I have here a couple of people that send messages. There's one that I have, so that I have from 1 second. Uh, that I have one for 1 second, from YouTube, a message. Hey, big man Tony, happy New Year, best wishes. Hey, happy New Year to you too. So I'm not really sure who it is, but hey, thank you for watching me. I appreciate that. Great. And then I have another one saying, this is Sarah. Sarah said, nice presentation. Hey, Sarah, thank you very much. Thank you for watching us. We appreciate that. If you have any comment, just drop it there. So I'll respond to that. And even you, if you're watching that afterwards, no problem. Just drop me your comment, question, and that'd be great. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So let me just finish and say, hey, is there any topic you specifically want me to talk about? Just let me know, because in this renewables and money sessions on a Friday, like I say, I'm sharing some tips and hints about how you run a renewable energy business, right? Or a business just in general. Yeah. And then I invite you, if you have questions, just drop it there, to reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to talk more and to look at what we can do, because we're working with a lot of different businesses, helping them, and there's actually 3 things that we do for them through our awareness program, is to give them more visibility, to give them the opportunity to have more leads and more sales. And I know that in 2023 you're looking to do more revenue. This is something that's going to be of an interest for you. I'm just going to stop there, right? So hopefully it was interesting enough for you, and then you can make some sense of it. Don't forget that we're going to catch up again on Sunday, but from next week, as I'm saying, most likely you're going to have much more regular video, but snappier, shorter video, but giving you content that you are looking for. But if you have any feedback, don't hesitate to send it back, right? Excellent. I'm just going to let you carry on, and then I wish you a fantastic end of the week. And then, yeah, looking forward to seeing you sometime soon. So may the sun be with you guys. Take care. Bye bye.